location. We're we're Carolinians now, I think is how you. And
Good morning, Sand Shark fans, and welcome to the Sand Shark Show. I'm your host, Lydia Gattosi, and I will be joining you every Saturday to highlight our hardworking Sand Sharks while keeping you in the know of all things USCB athletics. Starting off Good morning, Sand Shark fans, and welcome to the Sand Shark Show. I'm your host, Lydia Gattosi, and I will be joining you every Saturday to highlight our hardworking Sand Sharks while keeping you in the know of all things USCB athletics. Starting off this morning, McKendry Davis, one of our journalists, had the opportunity to go sit down with head women's soccer coach Gary Boughton, who just began his debut season as a Sand Shark. During the conversation, McKendry spoke with Coach Boughton about his team's evolving culture and their hot start to the 2025 season.
Hey Sand Sharks, I'm McKendry and I'm here with Coach Boughton. Today we're going to be interviewing him on his first year here at USCB. So we have a few questions. So first we'd like to get to know you. So how'd you end up here at USCB?
Oh, wow. So the story goes, actually 10 years ago, I was invited to family vacation for the first time of now my wife, girlfriend at the time. And I was coaching soccer back home in Buffalo. And we drive past the school going out to Hilton Head where her family vacations. She's like, "Oh, do they have women's soccer? Like, could you coach there?" So I was like, "Yeah, maybe one day," kind of like rolling your eyes, right? And then the position opened up and I went home one day and told my wife, and she was like, "So you're going to apply, right?" And here we are a decade later, kind of full circle, and happy to be here, excited. We love the location. We're Carolinians now, I think is how you say it. So yeah.
Yes, that's perfect. So can you touch really quickly on the progress that you've seen so far?
Yeah, it's been really fun. I think we've changed a little bit of the style of how we played from the team in years past to a little bit different kind of style of play. And we started in the spring just kind of working on changing the our ideas and our identity a little bit to be a little bit more of a possession team than in years past. And we've seen, really quickly how that progress has helped us this season, especially in the early part of it. I think the group is great. We have a really positive group. They're fun. They're energetic. They keep me feeling young again. And so seeing the growth and seeing things start to click with the team, I think we have a really high ceiling and a lot of potential to have a lot of success this year.
Yeah, for sure. What type of culture do you think you'd like to build here?
Yeah, just one. We talk a lot, like it's kind of coach speak, but like we over me is kind of our thing here. And we want to be a group that really creates a positive environment where the players are super supportive of each other. They spend time together off the field, spend time together every day, and they really know who each other is as a person over just as a soccer player. And I think for me, how I look at having success at this level, uh, everybody has really talented teams, but it's to pick each other up when it's last 5 minutes of the game in a playoff situation, and your back's against the wall, and you've got to go and get that goal. And I think it all stems from the culture off the field, the group behind the scenes, and so what we're trying to do is just communicate in a positive way, build each other up as soccer players, as individuals, as people. And when you get that, I think it really reflects on the field. So for me, that's what it is. It's being selfless. It's putting your teammates first, and it's just being positive towards one another. Little words of encouragement here and there can go a long way in a super competitive team environment.
I agree. Next question. How has your coaching style shifted and evolved recently?
Oh, I think especially here we have a really talented group. And for me it's less about trying to micromanage and make all the decisions for the players, but just give them some of the tools that they need to be successful. Give them ideas, not I call them video game coaches where they're on the sideline and it's like they want run here, shoot now, pass now, and make all the decisions for the players. So as I've kind of grown as a coach, I think giving the players the information and tools to make their own decisions on the field, make their own decisions in the game, and just encourage them really to try things in practice, make mistakes in practice so that on game day they're able to make decisions that help us win, is the biggest thing for me. It's almost like taking my hands off the reins a little bit because I see the talent that we have here. Let them play the game and let them be creative and let them do their thing on the field. And for me, just kind of guide them in a way that fits the style we're trying to coach.
So along with that, do you think that the hot start to the season with that, is it because of the leadership or other things?
I think it's a collective. I think we have great leadership. We have a strong locker room. We have competitive players, competitive individuals that like want to win, that have that desire to win and compete. I think the culture that we've really tried to begin building and being a positive group has helped influence the hot start. I think we've played a good style. I think the style that we played really fits our players. So I think it's a combination of things, from the leadership, the culture, the competitiveness, the desire. Like, our girls want to win. Our girls want to compete. You know, this is our first year as a full NCAA Division II institution. Like, they have goals to play in the NCAA tournament. And so I think we've done a good job off the bat. I think we've put ourselves in a really good position going forward. And if the girls can maintain that level of competitiveness and desire and drive, but also the motivation every single day. I talk a little bit about over the course of a season, it's not the intensity of the motivation, but the longevity of it. Because at this point in the season, right, we played 6 games, we took our first loss. It's been, a month and a half of hard work. Can we show up tomorrow with the same mentality, and the next day with the same mentality? And if we're able to combine that leadership and that culture and that competitiveness with consistency, I think we'll be really happy at the end of the season with how it turned out.
Yeah. Lastly, with newer and older players playing together, how do you build team chemistry and trust among everyone?
It's just about, I think, ties into that positive environment. You've got to build a level of trust. For me, I'm the new coach here. We have had players who have had multiple coaches here now. We have transfers, freshmen, we have veteran players. And so every year, it's fun at the beginning of the season to see like the mix of the players you have and what the potential can be from that. And so you have to do some of the work off the field, like I've talked about, building a positive environment where players support each other as people, because that's how you build trust. And so when the players trust each other, when the players trust the coaches are trying to put them in the best position to win, or trying to give them the opportunities to fail in practice and not be beat up over it, but they feel like they can play and they can build trust with one another. That's the biggest thing. It's just doing the work to create that positive environment, create that support system amongst our team to allow that to carry us into that cohesive group, that one team, that we over me that we're looking for.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Go Sand Sharks.
Yes.
Much, Coach. With a strong open to the season, the culture of the program is showing not only off the field, but on it as well. Let's keep up that hard work. Now, next up, I had the opportunity to sit down with one of my teammates, Madison Self, who has a lot on her plate as she enters her junior season as a Sand Shark student athlete.
a bio major, a captain on the women's basketball team, a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee on campus, and the vice president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee for the conference. Also a supervisor at the rec center, Madison Self has a demanding schedule as a student athlete. So how do you do it all? Like right now we're even doing your interview in the rec center just because of how precise your schedule is. So how do you fit everything together? Like how do you do it all?
In the beginning, it was really hard to balance my time in certain areas and making sure I get things done on a certain day so it doesn't carry into another day when I have X, Y, and Z to do. Like if I know I have something to do over the weekend, I make sure things are done.
On track to go to PA school, Madison is taking 14 credits this semester, including classes like neurobiology, physics, and ecology and evolution.
The classes I am taking definitely do challenge me more so than I've ever been challenged, especially this semester. There's really good research opportunities here that look really good on an application to go to PA school. This class here are definitely setting me up for success later on.
Another recent role Madison took on this semester is Vice President of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, also known as SAC, for the Peach Belt Conference.
So I'm that student athlete voice, and it's my job to listen to what all the schools' SAC reps have to say. Like we have the SAC retreat coming up, and it's a really good opportunity to hear about what schools are doing, what they need help with, and to bounce ideas around about how to help some of the things they're struggling with, because I know a big thing is student involvement. So because I want to do everything, it motivates me to be better at all of them, even just like my job at the rec, being a better SAC rep, being a better SAC vice president, like all those things. Like I want to be the best at everything. In order to do that, I have to be disciplined.
From her achievements in the classroom to her involvement on campus, Madison Self embraces what it means to be an academic athlete.
It was so great getting to sit down with Madison and talk to her on more of a personal level. The balance and discipline she needs to have is unmatched. Balancing practice, school, work, and a lot more is a lot, but she's clearly excelling at every aspect of it. Now, we're going to head on over to the office of Sean Becker, who is our Assistant Athletic Director for Compliance and Student Success. He talked to us about what our Sand Sharks are doing in the community and how their help has recently had an impact in the area.
My name is Sean Becker. I am the Assistant Athletic Director for Compliance and Student Success, and then I'm entering my third year here at USCB.
Why do you feel it's so important for student athletes to be involved in their communities?
So when we're looking at the student athlete experience, I think it's important that there are two different qualifiers in the area. So first, whether it be engagement and bringing the outside onto campus, as we've seen in some programs with Best Buddies and Special Olympics last year, but then also the service, as in getting out and doing something for an organization in the community like we did last year with our Easter baskets with the Bluffton Community Association or our Flybury project with Savannah International Airport. We want our student athletes to focus on building those strong community partnerships. Yes, and I thought as an athletic department, we're doing that in ourselves and, other ways to enhance the student athlete experience. However, when the students get involved in those partnerships, it gives a little more meaning and really laying down the foundation for more success in that space. Second, it's contributing beyond the athletic arena. Again, we know our student athletes are more than just athletes. We know they're more than just students. They are also humans. So being able to get out and see those, whether it be small impacts or big impacts in the greater Bluffton area, Hilton Head, Beaufort, those are experiences and memories that they will take with them beyond their time at USCB.
In what ways does the community benefit from having student athletes engaged and visible outside of sports?
This to me is, again, the community benefits, but the student athletes also benefit. So the number one area, positive role models. So that is our Sand Sharks out in the community doing something, being visible, and then directly tying that back. But that also puts our student athletes in the position to meet role models for them when it comes to their own personal and professional development.
What kinds of community activities or partnerships does your program encourage?
Okay, so one of the things that we like to encourage as administrators within the department is allowing teams to focus on their own initiatives and their own involvement first. So whether that be, helping out a pumpkin patch up in Buford or going to Hilton Head and doing a beach cleanup, all great things, all immediate low-risk items. But we also like our teams to venture out and do some other grander scale and higher involvement service initiatives. Like last year we had pink games throughout the month of October with our Ferber Sand Sharks, with women's soccer, softball, and our cross country teams.
How does service work strengthen team culture and the overall athletic program?
And so when we're looking at team culture, I think we know everybody's invested in their sport, but what can we be invested in beyond our sport? And within the team culture, that comes as part of the buy-in. And if you can find that interests your team, it can tenfold impact what that team setting looks like. And then that's going to carry over into the athletic department. Like there's little moments that can kind of snowball and then eventually avalanche into something else. When it can catch fire and gain that momentum, you're looking at transformational experiences.
What kind of lasting impact do you hope these efforts leave on both your athletes and the community?
So I like to view the community service and community engagement aspect as like that icing on the cake. We're building that foundation of the experience, but when you're building those experiences, you're creating memories on that cake, on that on the icing, and letting that be that showcase to look back on and maybe celebrate at the end. But you're always going to remember that you built that here, and the community will know you built that here.
It's really great knowing how much of an impact our Sand Sharks are having in the community. Community service really does go a long way, and it also enhances the student-athlete experience here at USCB. Our next segment is a special one where we highlight a student-athlete specifically for their athletic strides and achievements from performance. We have so many hardworking and dominating athletes at USCB, and for this week, we are going to highlight our very own 2025 Peach Belt Conference Women's Golf Individual Champion, McLean Neal.
Hey everyone, welcome to Player Spotlight. I'm Trip Richards and I'm here with
McLean Neal.
And today we're going to be asking McLean these burning questions we have. McLean, first off, I just want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So my first question is, you're a senior here, this is your third year here, obviously transferring in. What brought you to USCB? What shines as an athlete to you here at the Low Country?
Yeah, it's beautiful weather that you can play golf year round, so that was a big plus. And then also just like talking to Coach Corey, I was on the phone with him and it was just such a good conversation. So I just kind of knew in that moment that it was for sure. So
let's talk about the elephant in the room. You are the reigning individual Peach Belt Conference champion for women's golf. What does that feel like? Obviously, I mean, it's been quite a time. It's been since May, so
yeah.
Maybe it's died on a little bit, but I imagine at the time it was just surreal to be, I'm the women's champion. I'm the champion.
Yeah, it was such a good feeling, but it was honestly like I have so much support. It wasn't just me. It was all my coaches' help, all my family support, and teammate support.
Absolutely.
So it was all of us. It was a team effort.
I love to hear that. So during that tournament, your first round, I think you shot, what was it, 74, so you're 2 over. Not in first, but you're not out, of course you're not out of it,
yeah.
Obviously. What's the process of someone who is right on the cusp of being in the lead, can't lose it, but they also have to make some strides to play better?
Yeah.
What's that mental process like, getting ready for rounds 2 and 3 before, of course, being crowned queen of the Peach Belt for golf?
Yeah, just staying kind of in control of your game, just knowing your own game, and just playing how you know how to play, and just like focusing on that top spot, just kind of
Absolutely.
like focusing on your own game.
Obviously, coming in, you have a target on your back, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are the reigning queen of the PBC. So how does that feel? But also the pressure building, you have to lead your own team. you are the senior on this team. You're trying to lead these group of girls. What
Yeah.
is it like preparing yourself mentally, but also making sure you're doing things properly so that they're able to learn and grow?
Yeah, I just try my best to like show up every day and just motivate the girls and inspire the girls. I just want like them to see me and just kind of feel inspired by that.
Absolutely.
Hopefully I just lead the girls as best as possible. That's my
Absolutely.
goal for the year.
So we talked a lot about you being an athlete, of course, with golf and everything, but you're a student athlete, so student first, and it's always important for the classroom.
Mhm.
What are your key motivations in the classroom that keep you going and keep you striving to be not only the best on the course, but the best in the classroom?
Yeah, they kind of correlate the two of just being an athlete and a student. Just like working hard to show up as much as possible and just you're the best that you can. So that's kind of what drives my athletic and academic year here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, McLean, it's been great. Anytime our paths cross, it's always a pleasure. So thank you for coming on the show, and
Yeah,
good luck to the
thanks so much.
season. Of course, I'll be watching.
Appreciate
And
it.
for y'all watching, thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm Trip Richards. This was McLean Neal, and this was the Player Spotlight.
Shooting a 74, 70, and 72 in the championship is extremely impressive. I don't even know a lot about golf, and I still know how amazing that is. Congratulations, McLean. Sandshark Nation is unbelievably proud of you and your hard work. Now, enough of being inside and doing interviews in offices. We're taking the next segment outside to our beautiful campus, where we've got Trip Richards hitting the sidewalks between classes to ask some USCB athletics trivia.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Trip Richards and I am the Sand Shark on the street. Let's ask some people some questions. Hey guys, meet my first guest. I'm Trip. This is
Olivia.
Hi Olivia. So your first question today is, what is the name of the Sand Shark mascot at USCB?
Finnegan.
Correct. All right, so I don't know if this is the best time frame. Look, it's like a ghost town out here. But we're gonna go around. We're gonna try to find some people. Hey guys, we're in the library. I'm here with Cole. Cole, your next question is gonna be, how long has the USCB basketball team been around?
2 years, I think.
Final answer.
2 years,
One more time.
including this year.
Including this year.
3.
Jay got it! Congratulations, Cole. Congratulations. Guys, we're going to ask our student body president questions about student life and sports. How are you doing, Madam President? It is so nice to talk to you today.
Hi.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Are you ready? Trivia question. Don't get it wrong.
Okay.
It's about USCB. Pressure's on.
Okay.
What conference is the USCB athletics a part of?
NCAA.
Close. What conference? That's the division. Like, what conference? Come on. Okay. Madam President, because you are so smart, what is the conference in which the USCB Sand Sharks are part of?
The Peach Belt Conference.
It is correct. That is the Peach Belt Conference. Congratulations. Hi guys, y'all are now on my show, The Sand Shark on the Street. How are we doing today?
Good.
Good? Alright.
All right, we're gonna go around the table with the names. We'll start with Victoria right here. I already know her. Victoria, what's your name?
Victoria.
Salo. Melanie.
Melanie, it's your birthday, correct? Perfect. We're gonna ask you the question.
Oh, okay.
Okay, y'all are more than welcome to help. Okay, it's gonna be a really easy question. Okay. What is the name of the men's basketball coach?
I don't know. Let's say Tyler.
Last name. You're really, like, that was really impressive.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Yay!
Tyler what?
Williams.
Oh my God, you got it.
Really?
No, it's Ron Fadala. The name is Ron Fadala, but that was worth a try. So happy birthday. Have a great birthday. It's been a pleasure. I will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, I'm Sand Shark on the Street. For our final question is the hardest question. And today we're here with
Jada.
All right, Jada, you're an athlete, so I expect you to know this one. If not, it's gonna be a real bad day. Jada, Who holds the school record for the longest triple jump? Please answer.
I don't know.
Come on, you know this one.
I don't know their name, but ain't it is it Cam
Last name.
Edwards?
Correct. It is Cam Edwards.
Oh my Lord! Do I get like $1 million?
No, but you will if you answer this question properly. What distance did he jump in meters?
Like 6, 7.
All right, that's all we have for this week, guys. Thank you for joining us on Sand Shark on the Street. I'm Trip Richards, and I am the Sand Shark on the Street. Have a good one, guys.
I love that Trip put our student body president in the hot seat. It's great seeing everyone out on campus answering some trivia. Sounds like some students need to do some studying before Trip heads back out to the street. After a week of different highlights, we have our highlight of the week. Drumroll, please. Our highlight of the week is women's soccer's first conference win at home against Clayton State. Undefeated at home, our Sand Sharks advanced their record to 6-1.
Rise in the standings here in this conference. Seeing some terrific showings early from players who we'd expect. Savannah Page has been terrific once again. Cassie Martin, Adrian Skelton, who we expected, but you've seen obviously the rise of Josiah Pack and Sophia Willis, who's kind of picked up where she left off her freshman year and now has 4 goals to show for her stat line so far. Izzy Amplik, Casey Thompson have been impactful offensive pieces that also helped out defensively at times as well. As they check on Cassie Martin right on the sideline as she stays in play. USCB continues on. Essentially down a man here. Marcus Martin steps back in play. And right back towards Pack. Josiah Pack misses wide, nearly had her second. Once again, attacking straight on that, and Pack just directing that one a little wide of the target. Looking for goal number 6 in her second today, already with a hat trick on the season. Back on September the 11th against Edward Waters. What impactful goal scorer that she has been for this Gary Boughton club early. Whistle stops play. Sand Sharks will reset and prepare for a free kick. Sammy Ruby back in the lineup will deliver it right from the near side. Line drive kick. And out of bounds for a goal kick. A little bit offline there by Ruby. Good to see her back on the field here today. St. Sharks defense has been incredibly stout. They've allowed under a goal per game, 0.67, which is outstanding numbers right there to look at, especially against the competition they played this year. And the back line has been the forefront, but give some props to Grace Nasser and CC Powell and net for doing their job, and the midfield for limiting the amount of opportunities for easy breaks the other way. Here come the Lakers. Here's the into the box. Shot is deflected, stays in play, and it's headed a little wide. Ryan Vargas continues to show a knack for finding the ball and delivering shots near or close to the target, but that time Did not get the best touch on that header. 1-0 Sand Sharks. Goal was from Josiah Pack in the 2nd minute. Not waste any time to get the scoring started here at Finland Field today. Vargas over to Torres. Torres centers. Good ball over to Springer Hightower. Quick touch back to Torres. Torres plays in and scooped up. Nicely done by Grace Asher reading that ball. Strong goalkeeping from her so far this year. Hasn't faced a ton of shots, but she has been efficient when she has been tested. Warm afternoon here in Okeechobee, South Carolina. Beautiful Finland Field. Sand Sharks off to a scorching start here in 2025, 5-1 on the season. And with the results that we have seen, this team is more than primed for success in this conference. Is picked to finish 8th, but the way they've been playing, they certainly seem to outperform that projection. 16 minutes played here. USCB is able to withstand a couple of Clayton State attacks the last few minutes, but still lead 1-0. Amplet. Pack, one touch. Couldn't quite find the mark. Pack tries to get back on the feed from Page, but that doesn't connect. We reverse it over to Skelton. Carmichael. Good chase here by the Lakers, but it comes back to Asher, and she's able to get rid of it over to Ruby, but it's too long. Throwing for Clayton State. Lakers' only win so far came at Berry with a 2-0 victory. Lost 4-0 against Georgia College to begin Peach Belt play. Defense only just under 2 goals per game, so not a bad start from Clayton State's defense, but just trying to find some more consistent scoring that they have certainly battled and looked to try to set things up. A couple of nice looks for the Lakers after the Sand Sharks got there first, but remains a 1-0 lead for the home team. Free kick coming here for Clayton State. Line drive towards the box, headed away by Page. Good anticipation there by the trusty senior, not just in goal scoring, but terrific all-around player. Beautifully set other players up for looks at goal. You just joined us here. Sand Sharks with a 1-0 lead here over Clayton State. Josiah Pack scored in the 2nd minute. Beautifully slotting one inside the far post, as she has done many a time early in this year. Clayton State able to get a couple of good chances after the goal, but a couple of near misses and good Sand Shark defensive plays have kept us a 1-0 game, and here comes Savannah Page. Page trying to get the Pack. That one's cut off. Page right back to her. Savannah one-on-one. Out for a corner. Good work by Page to draw the USCB corner, which incredibly first one of the ball game for the Sand Sharks. They will try to capitalize on it. Carmichael's done a fantastic job from the flag, delivering good balls towards the net. Carmichael delivers. Here it comes. It's headed towards goal. Still loose, and it's cleared out of danger by Eva Martin. Right back, Anna Wandry. Wandry centers. Maggie Olson trying to get on top of it, but Clayton State clears and trying to counter here with Carly Perry, the freshman from LaGrange, Georgia. Clayton State will allow some players to advance and find Spurner Hightower. Good defensive play by Sammy Ruby. Page retreats. St. Sharks slow it down a bit here. Headed down as that ball is looking for Josiah Pack. Here comes Page. Good speed from Savannah. She crosses towards Pack. That's cut off. And now Vargas. Vargas with some good footwork and speed early in this one, and she's taken down. That's a foul against Amplet. Very difficult to defend the electricity of a player like Vargas. Only a freshman. Freshman from West Palm Beach, Florida. She is looking like she is going to be a stud for this team for a while. Jacobson. Over to Torres. Good hustle there by Maggie Olson. That one comes over to Wandry. Quick touch and some open space for Olson. Back on defense, Emily Torres. Right in midfield, Vargas back to Torres again, who has been busy here. Good quick passing here by the Lakers. Martin reverses fields. Early goal for USCV, but trying to rekindle the offensive spark here. Clayton State has done a decent job defending. Andriel Toole is a good run. Carly Perry trying to set her teammate in the box, couldn't find the pass. Nice run and hustle there by the freshman. A couple of dynamic young players on this Lakers team. Gonna play for a St. Shark throw on a warm afternoon. A great turnout here on this Wednesday. And St. Shark fans supporting what has been a terrific start to this season. 5-1, looking to get in the win column of the Peach Belt in game number 2 after falling 1-0 to the number 5 ranked, nationally ranked Nighthawks of North Georgia. Back here on Saturday, as mentioned, to face Albany State here at home. Good hustle by Maggie Olson again. Torres. Olson unrelenting. So that foul will give Clayton State the ball back. Gotta love the aggressiveness and hustle if you're Gary Boughton and what you're seeing right now with Maggie Olson. Senior from Buffalo, Wyoming. Only at Gillette. Right now, an approving of her play so far. Ruby tried to hold off the attacker, and she does, and delivers over to Page. Back over to Eva Martin. Pack. And they'll be able to help pick up a free kick for her team. A lot of young players and evolving pieces of this team have contributed to what we have seen so far. And look at players like Maggie Olson, Izzy Amplet, Anna Wandry. Kate Johnson has really seen some quality minutes and has stood up to the challenge. She's been fantastic. towards the box. Cassie Martin. And the goal kick. Last touch by the Sand Sharks. As Madeline Stark gets set to come in for Clayton State, the senior from Knoxville, Tennessee. She replaces Emily Torres, the senior from Orlando, formerly at Limestone University. Battle right near the sideline that bounces all the way towards our press tent here at Finland Field. Under 20 minutes to go in this first half. Sand Sharks up 1-0. Early goal, second minute. Josiah Pack. Eva Martin. It's the first home conference game of conference play for USCB. And well defended there by the Sand Sharks as it's knocked away by Sammy Ruby. And that is clung to by Grayson Asher. Seen some of Asher as well as CC Powell in goal. They have platooned between the pipe so far. Both done a terrific job. Jacobson plays to the near end, and Madeline Stark. Carmichael. Lauren Carmichael riding the pressure defensively. Long ball towards Ortiz Nolan. Stays in play. Sand Sharks about to make a line change here. Got 4 Sand Sharks about to come in. Ortiz Nolan. Good ball towards Madeline Stark. Sand Sharks read it well. Carmichael plays it back. And it's won back by Amphlett. One touch and just could not hook up there with Olsen. And the Sand Sharks will make a couple changes. Check that. It will be a throw-in for the Clayton State Lakers. Laundry picks it up. Kate James trying to hook up with Paige. Terrific speed by Paige as she works as the corner flag. Looks to set up for Pack, but well offline and easily picked up by Ruby Kelly, Clayton State keeper. Junior from Dallas, Georgia, formerly at Daytona State Community College. A couple of transfers from community college level here. Junior college level from several spots. This Clayton State team, a ton of young talent. Just trying to get the offense going so far in the early stages of this year. That's sent towards Vargas. And now the Sand Sharks will make their changes. Candy Harris and Jenny Esby alongside Sophia Willis. It's sticking with the hockey analogy. It's putting like a second scoring line out there and still getting some good production out of it, which is nice to have if you're Gary Boughton. A couple of different players you can rely on. Score some goals, which is a nice luxury to have. That is going to be out of play. Clayton State throws it in. Ortiz Nolan. Billy Goldsmith, that one is sent right back out of play. Strong effort defensively by Clayton State. They have held their own after the early goal. USCB has not quite been the dominant team that we have seen compared to other matches here, but still they hold the 1-0 lead and are looking strong so far. See if this change can ignite some more offense. As the sun comes back out on this very warm afternoon, 89 degrees at kickoff here in Oakland, South Carolina. And some good speed off the bench. Jenny Hesby, but that is intercepted by Clayton State's defense. Carly Perry. Tries to center it and right to USCB's defense. Bring it up from Maggie Olson. Now to Sophia Willis. Sophia Willis with some nice movement as she maneuvers by a couple defenders. Lee Harris, senior from Hoshton, Georgia. Tremendous piece of, versatile piece of the Sand Shark group for a number of years. Willis, battling near the corner flag. And a goal kick as she tried to set up a corner for her Sand Shark squad. And that will bring in Kylie Isbell, sophomore from Rome, Texas. A couple new additions on this USCB team. Couple changes here for the Lakers. Caitlin Mosley as well as Lila Roberson. Clayton State just 4 goals in 5 games as they play their 6th of the season. St. Sharks much more productive in the scoring category. They have averaged 2.67 goals a game over their 6-game starts as they sit at 5-1. Every match, you don't get many conference games during the season, so every match is ultra important, especially if you drop the first one. You'd love to get 3 points here at home. And that being said, you'd love to get another one to get some separation, score a second goal. You never know what can happen when you're up 1 goal. It's all it takes is one play the other way, and we're all tied up. 12.5 to go as we move to the latter stages of this first half. That's headed out for another USCB throw. Going for it on the far side, and forward one by the Lakers is showing some good hustle intensity here on the road as they try to battle from behind. USC looking to ignite their offense again here after the early goal by Josiah Pack, and a couple of those long balls have not quite connected. Give credit to this defense that has worked hard so far on the road by this Ricky Clark squad. Matchup of first-year head coaches on their respective teams. Gary Boughton, Sand Sharks, and Ricky Clark's Lakers. Quick touch by Hesby. And now a beautiful goal! 2-0 Sand Sharks on a spectacular strike from long range. USCB adds to their lead in style. It's 2-0. Sand Sharks with a spectacular goal to add to the lead. They take a 2-0 advantage. Forward. Cassie Martin with a absolutely spectacular goal, long range strike for her second of the year, and USCB now with a 2-0 advantage. Ruby plays it forward. Harris. And a corner one for the Sand Sharks. So much needed goal for USCB to add to the lead, and quite the beauty there from Cassie Martin, redshirt junior from Sumter, South Carolina. Good cross near post, headed away from the keeper. Sand Sharks trying to get back towards it. Taken back away, but whistle will blow play dead here. Cassie Martin with spectacular goal to add to USCB's lead. Nothing that Clayton State could do about that. In terms of their keeper. Just a perfect shot from well away from the nets. Harris, one touch, trying to hook up with Jenny Hesby. Get to under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Sand Sharks lead at 2-0. Goals by Josiah Pack and Cassie Martin. And that's taken away. Skelton tried to swipe at it, but Clayton State couldn't keep that one in bounds for a shot as it goes for a goal kick. Sand Sharks make a pair of changes. Zoe Berger as well as Alice Webster come in. They're about and getting some good minutes from a number of standouts. Cultivating that depth early, and that's where you really see it pay off, when you get a couple of tremendous young players who find a way to make impacts right away off the bench. Sand Sharks have a growing number of those. Six and a half to go, first half. 2-0 USCB. Headed forward. Adrienne Skelton always at the forefront. Comes to settling those loose balls. Defensive side of the field. Good cut off there by Lily Goldsmith. Sand Sharks still have it. On the throw-in. Off the head of Hesby. Promptly cleared away by Gina Jacobson. USCB rekindling an offensive spark after the second goal on a beauty from Cassie Martin wearing the armband. Multi-faceted player on the Sand Shark team, and you can see she is a heck of a shot as well as USCB wins another corner here. Webster quite close to the flag, but doesn't look like she will take it. As the corner comes in, it's a low line drive kick and cleared away very quickly by the Lakers. Throwing USCB. Esby cannot keep it in. Reset here to Ruby Kelly. Skelton, battling defender, she pops it high in the air, off the head of Lily Goldsmith. Picked back up by Samlook. Picked up by Ruby Kelly in the box. Sand Sharks finding some success late in this half, and thanks to the terrific shot from Cassie Martin, made this a 2-0 game. 3:50 to go in the half. Esby trying to deliver the ball forward, but Berger has it. Over to Harris. Kendi Harris full speed ahead, trying to keep it in play. She will. That is off of the body of Stark. Throw in here for the Sand Sharks. Harris trying to hold on to it. Sub coming on for Clayton State. Harris Coleman and Vanessa Herrera Cano coming on for Clayton State. Good finish here the half so far for this Sand Shark team. Trying a couple of different outlets and putting the ball in the back of the net. Over to Hesby. Last touched by a Laker. USCB corner with 2:39 to go in the half. Hesby will put over to take it. Corner comes in. Willis right there. Couldn't quite get a touch to it. Samlook. Kaylee Samlook looks around. Nice idea. Good pass over to Kate James. But she can't hold on to it. Try to play and throwing Clayton State. As time winds down the first half, the Sand Sharks have for the most part controlled, and they have the lead to show for it. Some beautiful scoring plays in the beginning of this one. Josiah Pack, and then right before the half, Cassie Martin on a beauty. SB, quite get to it, but teammate is there. Hesby gets back to possession. Can't quite deliver the right pass. 34 seconds to go in the half. Clayton State content with just passing it back here. Giving chases Harris and Sophia Willis also right there. USB always front foot forward trying to push for more.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that'll do it for our first half here at Finland Field. The Sand Sharks struck early, and then they struck again late. Josiah Pack with her 5th goal of the season, just a minute and a half in. And then a sensational strike from Cassie Martin late in this first half. The 35th minute gives the Sand Sharks a 2-0 lead, a very deserved one. Back at home looking to get back in the win column and started off very, very quickly. Terrific passing and some stout defense as well when Clayton State looked to push to try to tie it after the Sand Sharks first scored, but great fundamental play early from USCB, trying to bounce right back from a tough loss on the road on Saturday. And the players you'd expect to come out and play well have done so, and then some. What a tremendous start we are continuing to see from Josiah Pack, and then Cassie Martin, who has been such an impactful player a number of different ways, showing off her leg on a terrific goal to make it 2-0, and that is where we stand after a half here at Finland Field as USCB 45 minutes away from conference win number 1 on the year. So we'll be right back here from a warm Finland Field on this Wednesday afternoon. You're watching USCB Women's Soccer on the Sand Shark Media Network. We welcome you back to a hot one today at Finland Field, but the Sand Shark offense has stayed hot as well. They have a 2-0 lead after 45 minutes over the Clayton State Lakers, trying to lock down their first Peach Belt Conference win of the year, and they started early. Josiah Pack with her 5th goal of the season, slided inside the far post in the 2nd minute, and then around a half an hour later, around the 34th minute, a beauty from Cassie Martin. Absolute sensational goal. Just under the crossbar. And USCB now with a 2-goal advantage as we begin the second half. And Wesker here on the call from Finland Field. Thank you for joining us on a warm afternoon, which has started out in solid fashion for the home team. They tried to improve on a 5-1 record to begin the season. They won their first 5 matches of the year and dropped their first back on Saturday against the number 5 ranked North Georgia Nighthawks. They were 10th this weekend, and the latest poll moved up to 5. Very much deserving, as they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in this conference. St. Sharks have proved they can play against anyone and battled towards the very end. A admirable 1-0 defeat, and now back to their solid ways here at home with a 2-0 advantage over the Clayton State Lakers. Defense can do an excellent job shutting down opportunities for the opposition here through 45 minutes, and St. Sharks would love to continue to play the opportunistic game and push for more here in the second half. Gary Boughton, his first year against another first-year head coach here at Clayton State, and Ricky Clark. Boughton has done quite the job here in this first couple weeks of the season. The St. Sharks look to propelled towards a high finish in this conference. Picked to finish 8th, but certainly outperforming those expectations early on. So they tried to go to 6-1 on the young season and pick up those first 3 points for conference play. Back it goes to Adrian Skelton. As the St. Sharks once again platooning their goalies as CeCe Powell comes out to play the second half. So interesting switch as we've seen this last few games. Gary Bowden trying to get both their goalies in the game. A good pass right there towards Martin. Martin takes a turn. She puts one on goal, but it's blocked. Once again, Skelton right there to fight off that shot. Terrific positioning by the outstanding defender that Skelton continues to be for this St. Shark squad. I mean, she will do whatever it takes to block a shot or make a play defensively. That is what you want from your leader and from your top defender on your team. Headed down as ball comes towards Izzy Amphlett. Amphlett finds Page on the near side. Page taken back by these Lakers. So that one stays in play. Throwing here for Clayton State. Person of Hannah Carlson. Headed forward. Here is Cassie Martin, who scored the beautiful second goal late in that first half. Ortiz Nolan. Good ball forward, but does not find the intended target. And a hard challenge there by Josiah Pack. Foul called against USCB there. It's a free kick awarded to the Lakers. Eva Martin, the sophomore from Flowery Branch, Georgia, will push it forward here, trying to spark the offense here for Clayton State. It's a nice kick towards the penalty area, headed away. And a corner coming for Clayton State. Lakers trying to find any kind of offensive spark here. They're in desperate need of it. Just 4 goals to show for in 5.5 games so far. So set piece opportunity here for the visitors as they play it in. Good quick ball, but it's cleared away. Kate Josiah Pack and company right there. Another cross towards the near post, but a little offline, but a nice idea set up there by Carly Perry. Quick, the St. Sharks reset and put it in play. And working on the far side of the field, Maggie Olson. She is dispossessed. And not the pass that the Lakers wanted there. This comes back to Kate James, and now pushed forward by Sammy Ruby. Ruby could not find the target on that long ball, and throwing coming here for Doria Sanders for Clayton State. Clayton State trying to string some passes together and find something on offense, but the St. Sharks have been stout, as they have been all season long to this point. They haven't allowed more than the goal against per game. Ref says play on. Carmichael has it. Maneuvers past a defender. And Awandry gets by a defender. And offside is Savannah Page, but some good footwork there by Anna Wandry. Wandry has been a nice, impactful, multi-talented stud on this team so far this year. Junior from Lake Orion, Michigan. Kate James on the run. Quick touch over to Amphlett. Izzy reverses, tries to go the other way. She'll pass it towards Page, and once again, couldn't quite stay on side. As Page looking to run towards the goal. Good ideas here from the St. Shark midfield, trying to hook up with Savannah Page, who has been such a dynamic attacker so far this year, and really throughout her career here. Back to Doria Sanders. And now Eva Martin with a nice move on Cassie Martin. Martin, one touch back to Wandry. Amphlett. Amphlett. Option to her right. Working on a defender. She'll send it over to the far end. Wandry battling for the ball. Knocked down by Adrienne Skelton. Knocks it forward, and Sand Sharks once again cannot stay on side. This time in the direction of Maggie Olson. The Sand Shark attackers trying to time their runs well with the passes. It can be a hard thing to do in soccer, to continue to stay on side. Couldn't quite do it that time, but nonetheless, a good start here in the second half of the Sand Sharks, not allowing much for Clayton State, and some good runs upfield from their attackers. So just trying to sync up and stay on side here. Pack was on side, but couldn't quite get to the ball that time. Here's Maggie Olson. Good touch there by Olson. Trying to get to Pack. That one works its way out of play, but will be a corner. Last touched by the Lakers. Spiegel set it up here with 10 minutes gone here in this second half. Good cross. And it's just a little wide. Pack was there. Pack looking for her second goal of the day, and just a little off. Layla Roberson back in for Clayton State. Goals by Josiah Pack in the second minute, and then the 34th, Cassie Martin. Sand Sharks dominant form here to start the second half. They have had the better of the possession and the chances on their opponent's side. Wandry trying to stay with it here. Wandry over to Lauren Carmichael. Knocked forward by Skelton. Offside again of the Sand Sharks, over to Josiah Pack. Love to see the aggressive offense trying to put some more goals on the board, but can't quite tie up the runs yet here in this second half. Good hustle there by Pack, trying to get that ball again for USCB. Back all the way it goes just outside the box, and CC Powell able to come back in and pick up the ball in the penalty area. Early stages here of the second half. The Sand Sharks holding to a 2-0 lead. Peach Belt home opener for the Sand Sharks, trying to get their first win in conference play here in 2025 and be their first Peach Belt win as full members. This is their first year, of course, as full Division II participants. Finally getting the all clear in July and fully postseason eligible for the first time in Division II in all sports. And St. Shark is down on the right side, and she will get back up a little limping, but looks to be all right. That's Izzy Amphlett. The free kick here, which will be taken by Sammy Ruby. She just had a third goal here about 32 minutes ago in the half. Played right towards the keeper, and an easy snag there by Ruby Kelly. So that is Claire Smith now in net for Clayton State. Junior from Ackworth, Georgia. Layla Roberson. Vargas. Play it back. Good chase once again by Josiah Pack as she wants to find a way to score another one here as this game goes on. Hannah Page trying to win the ball back, but Carly Perry with some good footwork there. Stay with it. St. Sharks detecting cleared away, but it comes right back to Ortiz Nolan. Roberson sets it up and can't quite get the shot she wanted off. Knocked down by Izzy Amphlett. Olsen works to the far end. A little too far for Carmichael. Trying to throw in here for the Lakers. Amphlett heads it forward. It's knocked back the other way here by Clayton State. Vargas. Can't quite find her target there, and Carly Perry striding towards there is Hannah Carlson. She can't get to it. It's out of play. Clayton State has shown some signs of getting things going offensively, but can't quite pick out those long passes to the way they've been hoping to do. Perry promptly knocked out of play. Lakers will throw it back in. Officials say Clayton State ball again. Last touch by the Sand Sharks. Lakers trying to find an offensive spark here as Eva Martin has it. Savannah Page, good work to swipe it away. Page again and hounded by defenders. And whistle stops play. Too much aggressiveness there by Clayton State, draws the foul on them. Roberson giving chase as Skelton will have to retreat it back to her keeper. Roberson almost able to take that away, and eventually a turnover is forced right on the far side. Roberson again, great job striding in and clearing that ball away at the last second by Sammy Ruby. That is terrific last minute defending by Ruby there. Good cross, headed it almost an own goal. Thankfully, the ball bounced a little wide, but some tense moments there. but it will be a corner for Clayton State. Good pressure coming here from the Clayton State Lakers as they draw another corner. Down 2 goals here in the second half. To the far post it goes. It's headed up in the air, right towards Brooke Wells, who settles it down. And whistle will stop play. Sand Sharks will take over. Just a couple of minor miscues there for Clayton State, denying them of some opportunities on goal. And St. Sharks' defense has not made it easy here for the visitors today, which has been a theme all season long. Stout defending here at Finland Field this year, and really all game long, even in the matchup against North Georgia. They were able to do enough to hold them to 1 goal. Sanders. And here comes Savannah Page trying to steal away, and now Josiah Pack races towards the ball, but she can't quite find the target. We have rushed that one a bit too much there. She may have had a bit more time to get a shot off, but Josiah Pack wide to the right. St. Sharks made a couple changes. Sophia Willis coming in. Side Kennedy Harris. Jenny Hesby. Willis. Good hustle there from 29. Trying to maneuver it past Carlson. She crosses off of a Laker, and then a follow-up shot is saved by Claire Smith on Hesby. Nice quick attempt there by Jenny Hesby. Claire Smith right there to make the save. Hesby seems like she is due for some big goals this year. Willis tumbles to the ground. Collision there right near the penalty area. Right a few yards before they got there. Smith pass it forward over to Jacobson. St. Sharks, a couple of missed-time passes in the second half, but they maintained this strong 2-0 lead thanks to 2 goals in the first half from Josiah Pack and Cassie Martin. But Clayton stays hungry with them here in the second half as Ortiz Nolan lays it off over to Anaya Vargas. And numbers forward here for the Lakers. Vargas crosses, and it's held onto by Powell. Well played there by Cece. Sophomore from Freeport, Illinois, playing the second half here for the Sand Sharks. Gary Boughton platooning both her and Asher again here today. Willis. Willis taken away by Jacobson. Olsen. Olsen with a long bid on net, a little wide. Nice attempt there by number 9 as St. Sharks will bring in Bianca Butler alongside Kenzie Daigle. Very junior defender from Malmo, Sweden. The national flag to see on the left end of the field, representing the different countries which have produced these St. Sharks here in 2025. And Sweden, Norway, Australia, England, of course the United States, but Another mix of tremendous athletes from international areas on this USCB squad. The other one being Georgia, I believe, which is where corner here for USCB. Sophia Willis scores! Sophia Willis, beautifully done into the back of the net for goal number 3 here today for USCB. Sophia Willis with a terrific deflection towards goal, and the Sand Sharks have made it 3-0. So we saw Josiah Pack pick up her 5th, and now Sophia Willis has her 5th. So 2 leading goal scorers striking again here today as number 29 puts it in the back of the net. 3-0 Sand Sharks. Corner 1 here by Clayton State. Big 3rd goal here for the Sand Sharks, and just a beautiful touch there by Sophia Willis to knock it in that upper right corner. Beautiful pass to set that one up, as that is just sent a little high and wide there by Clayton State Lakers. 3-0 Sand Sharks with under half an hour to go. Just around 20 minutes left here at Finland Field. Lauren Carmichael with just a tremendous assist there off the set piece. And here comes Willis again, looking for another. Willis trying to pull up and maybe set up a pass, but it was defended well by the Lakers. USCB able to win another corner. "20 minutes to go here in this second half." Low cross, and it's knocked in for goal number 4 as USCB poured it on here in the second half. Sand Sharks yet another. And it's Kenzie Daigle with the goal here for Gary Boughton's squad.
Sand Shark goal number 13, Kensington Daigle.
Kenzie Daigle, the sophomore from Leesburg, Virginia, converts off the corner. And USCB now up 4-0. On another dominant display. Lauren Carmichael and others have been fantastic once again in setting up those opportunities. And Sophia Willis, now Kenzie Daigle cash in. Daigle scored one a year ago and now adding another here in 2025. Sophomore at Tuscarora High School. Four-spot year for USCB today. 2 in the first half, 2 more in the second, maybe more to come. As Willis and others were right there looking to put another touch to it. Butler back over to Adrienne Skelton. Alice Webster. Back to her on a great pass. Webster to Willis. Cut off. And a shot by Daigle looking for another. That is stopped, but it was a bullet, and it was a tough save to make, which is well done by Claire Smith as Daigle looked for a second goal. St. Sharks, which have been cat. St. Sharks are close to picking up their first 3 points of the season in Peach Belt play. Number of tremendous contributions in this one. As the St. Sharks look to get back to their winning ways. It's been quite the start for a first-year coach. Gary Boughton has done a more than commendable job. Free kick for the Clayton State Lakers back on their side of the field. Quick pass over to Sanders. It's knocked down. Clayton State had a good couple of minutes in that first half where they really started to test USC, but the defense stood tall a couple times where this game could have easily been tied, and St. Sharks found a way to get the momentum back on their side at the end of the first half, and they've really dominated the majority of the second half here as that was headed high in the air and right into the arms of CC Powell, who has once again done her job very well. And sometimes it can be difficult to choose one of your two to be that starting goalie, but when you can get a half of one, half of another, you don't have to make a decision, or at least maybe it gives some time to see how it plays out. And Gary Boughton likes what he has seen from both of them in Grayson Asher and CC Powell. Tough stretch here for this Clayton State squad as they try to find some offense here. USCB's defense has been up to the challenge and then some today. Gotten some good pieces. It's just a matter of stringing passes together and quality looks on net. Emotions are getting high at this point of the game, as seen many times when you're trying to break out of the slump. Sometimes emotions can get to you, but this Clayton State team certainly has a bright future ahead of them. What a move by Candy Harris as she outmaneuvers the defender. Showing some wizardry with her footwork, but couldn't quite keep it in play. Terrific stuff right there from Candy Harris. Clayton State possession. Under 6 minutes to go here at Finland Field. Sand Sharks are well on their way to their first conference victory of the season. Roberson. Long range shot. And right to CC Powell. She will wait a few seconds to pick it up. And that is just notion of the fact that this Sand Shark defense has not allowed anything significant in terms of high caliber looks on goal. There's had to been something incredible to get one past this defense and past their goalkeepers today. They have been doing their job and then some. And the stats certainly back that philosophy. Roberson again, escaping the defense, but just cannot find the target there. But good work by Roberson to outmuscle that back line and get a decent look. USCB, another strong performance here at home as they bounce back from a game where took a lot out of it at North Georgia and certainly gave it their all and held a good, very good Nighthawks team to one goal. And you build on that, you take positives from it, you come back here and you play another terrific game here at home. And the philosophy, the work of this coaching staff has just been excellent in all forms early on this season, and you have seen it pay dividends in so many ways. Eva Martin now for the Lakers as that one's pushed towards the far side, and Sprunner Hightower has it, and a save by Powell. CC ready for that one. Good idea there by the Lakers to switch to the far post, but Powell was ready to make the stop. So we get under 3.5 to go. Haley Hepfer over to Zoe Berger. Zimmerman can't quite get to it. Throw-in coming. Sharks possibly a chance to get one more here as Berger sends it right to Claire Smith. 3 minutes to go on another tremendous afternoon for the Sand Sharks here at home. Kaylee Samluck over to Kristen Wiley getting some time here. Samluck gets past Coleman. Now throwing here for Clayton State. 2.5 to go. Seeing several different combinations of players out here. They've all been able to do their job and find some countries, especially on the offensive side. You're seeing players make good decisions with the ball and deliver some accurate passes all day and limit the mistakes. And that's what you got to do, especially a team that you have a good chance of beating. Limit the mistakes, limit the miscues, and you have a great chance of winning. And USB has not given much in terms of easy opportunities here, this Clayton State team here today. Back home on Saturday against Albany State as Sand Sharks try to climb the standings here and continue to build on what has been a terrific start as they're about to improve to 6-1 on the season under this first-year head coach who has taken the initiative here and really implemented a couple of different methods to get this team in the right mindset as possible in creating offensive chances and playing the defense that we are seeing, and it's really all come together early for Gary Bout and the Sand Shark team, and they are looking to be a true contender this conference, especially when you see how they played against a team like North Georgia. They were in that game towards the end, and they had a couple chances to tie it right there at the end. And if you're seeing that early in the year, just imagine what a couple of more good weeks of practice and a couple of good weeks in in-game action could do for this team as you get ready for the postseason tournament. And still another month to go before that, but you just see the strides that are possible as this team continues to grow together and as these younger players really start to get it and find those extra abilities in terms of knowing what they can do when their time comes out in the field. And maybe one more opportunity with 15 seconds or so to go. Kennedy Harris. That is blocked off. Corner, which the Sand Sharks will not be in much of a hurry to take because they know that they have picked up their first Peach Belt Conference win, a 4-0 shutout of Clayton State. They struck early thanks to a tremendous goal from Josiah Pack. A beautiful, sensational top corner finish from Cassie Martin, and then two more in the second half off of a couple of set pieces. Sophia Wills with her 5th goal of the year, and then the first of the year for Kensington Daigle. But USB taking care of business with some tremendous defense. Anytime the Lakers were trying to make that push to try to get one on the board, USB was ready. And just another sensational job by Adrienne Skelton. Sammy Ruby coming back to the lineup. You look at Jenny Hesby, she was impactful. So many others rose to the occasion in big moments. And this Sand Shark team not only knows how to win, but they know how to compete against ranked teams in this Belt Conference and in Division II. And it has been another statement kind of victory here as players up and down this roster showing their best here at Finland Field, avoiding mistakes, taking good care of the ball, and creating effective chances on goal again.